I'm curious, Brendan, how does Obviant actually maintain its database for these insights? I'm thinking about the
Yep.
president's budget request just came out, and they're devoting a lot of resources to programs like Golden Dome. And I know this is a new term, but it's
Yeah.
probably going to actually incorporate a lot of existing and future programs. It's like
Yeah.
how do you guys think about organizing that data for something like that?
Mhm. Definitely, definitely. And that is one of the key questions we get all the time is one, how do we organize it? And B, how do we keep it up to date and make sure it's accurate? And so one thing that I think is really important. So obviously startup urgency is critical, right? And moving fast and with incredible speed. But I also felt that building this space, you have to build something that really works, right? Like vaporware in the government market does not work, right? And that there are real mission use cases that has to be dependent on. And so for us, we actually went heads down and did nothing but data engineering for a year to figure out how these data sources were structured, how we could accurately represent them, and build the pipelines and structuring mechanism to actually keep that up to date, right? So to your point, you've called out a few of the larger sources that we pull from, but there's also thousands of other sources that we have to ingest to populate that core data structure and the schema, right? That underlies everything that we do here at Obviant. So to your point on how do we keep it up to date, we're constantly going out there and collecting more information, right? But making sure that when we do structure it, that it is at parity and we can trace it back to a source of truth that this exact piece of a PDF or this point in a video hearing, right? And then now because we've done that, we can consistently add to it, right? So how do we keep it up to date? For existing sources, that just happens in the background. But now when we work with folks on the government side or within industry that say, hey, we also have all of our own data that we want to understand what that means against the information that you collect. We want to rationalize that out against